Yes, please.
Yes.
Good morning. Good morning, folks.
Yeah, of course.
Good morning, Samarth.
Okay. Namaskar.
Kaise Rajiv?
Namaskar, Rajiv.
Namaste.
Hi, Samarth.
Hi. Jay, Apra.
Still hanging over from last night's session.
Oh, great. Great. Good to see you guys.
Good to see. Let us start this session now. Namaskar. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Saviryam Karvavahai Tejasvina Vadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Welcome to this small session on yoga during IITK 82 reunion. This session is geared towards attaining mind-body harmony, leading to harmonious existence with nature. A small byproduct of this harmony is improved mental and physical immunity. Patanjali Yoga Sutra is the basic text for yoga, and almost the first sutra is Yoga Chitta Vritti Nirodha. It is controlling your vrittis, controlling your it is not really opposing your vrittis of your chitta, it is restraining or controlling those things. And how to do this is told somewhere in the text. It's a practical form. It is yam niyam asana pranayam pratyahara dharana dhyana samadhayo drishti samadhyo ashtangani. These are eight parts of this yoga system. Today we will be touching three aspects of these eightfold parts, that is asana, pranayam and dhyan. Asana in the form of warm up and stretches will be shared by Sanjay. Then Uttara will show us the pranayam, and then there will be a session by our Samarth on dhyan. So now over to Sanjay.
Okay, thank you. So actually I don't know how many of you actually have a yoga mat or something. That I thought the initial part would be more warm up and some activity. You guys have yoga mat? Raise your hand. Ready to do some warm up? No? Okay, just watching. All right.
Sanjay,
So,
not in 11 p.m. in the night.
Oh yeah, I understand. I think for US folks understand it, but I would demonstrate, because the first part is going to be the warm up. So I'm going to demonstrate some warm up exercises, and those who have a mat, please join in. And if you're seated, you can also do that. You know, a lot of this thing is going to be very simple. So if you're seated, just follow along, whatever best you can do. Okay. So we'll start. The main theme today is immunity, and there are physical part to it, and that's what I will be working on, is the warm-ups and stretches. And there's a big part, which is the mental part, which is the pranayam and the meditation that Uttara and Samarth going to work on. So important thing, the most important thing where we are today in our life age, the most important thing is to carve out 45 minutes. 15 is fine. 15 minutes a day, okay, for your physical activity. 15 minutes is 1% of the whole day. You can do the math. 1% of the time for the whole day, and carve that out. That's my main message today. Do it daily. Don't postpone. So with that, what I do typically, and I'm going to share that, and it is rooted in yoga. So the first, you're going to rotate your ankle, right ankle. If you're seated, you can do that. Just rotate your right ankle 3 times, and other way around 3 times. Switch your leg. Now you can go 3, 5, depending on how much time you have. Got 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 45 minutes. You can increase, but it's the same exercise. The key thing is to do it in a daily way. So do it for the right side, the left side, 3, and other way around. 1, 2, and 3. Bring your feet together and just forward. Flexing your knees, 1, 2, and 3. And then you rotate your knees. So we are working on our joints. And what is to do with immunity? Another way around. 1, 2, 3. A lot of lymph nodes that you're activating. You won't realize that, but that's what is happening. Then you move up to your waist. Very simple. And rotate your waist. 1, 2, and 3. And other way around. 1, 2, and 3. If you're seated, you can try that too. So you don't have to sitting on the mat. This one is very interesting. Goes all the way up, all the way up, all the way to the neck. Activates all these lymph nodes and the lymphatic system, what they call, important for immunity. Bring your hands at the heart center. Inhale and exhale and take your right hand all the way back, rotating from your waist all the way to your rib cage, to your shoulders, and even neck, and then to the left side. And we used to do that, remember, when we were young or kids. We'll just rotate this and energize yourself. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and 6. And then slow down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. These are loosening exercise, loosening and warm-up exercise. Very simple. Working on our joints, neck. Lot of lymph nodes here. And that activates your immune system. Okay. Take your hand back. Make yourself straight. Inhale. And you can exhale. Simple, right? Yes, looking over. Checking, making sure you got the full range. Inhale and exhale. And back. This one I really like is looking up. And you won't believe how much it's helping you. All these lymph nodes, getting activated. Chin to the chest, just finding out, do I have a full range or not? Looking up and down. And from here, just rotate your neck. Inhale as you go back and exhale, chin to the chest. Let's do one more time. And like I said, you can do 3 times, 5 times, 2 times, depending on the time. And another way around. 1, 2, and 3. If you're seated, just try that. Just try that, because that will help you warm up for pranayama and for asana. It's very important to burn the energy. If you have too much energy, you're going to burn it down. If you don't have that much energy, you're going to lift it up. And you're going to find that balance. You can go to pranayama and asana. So with this, I think I'm pretty much done with the joints. I like to do just jog in place. Lean back and lift up your thighs and then just jog in place. Get the whole system going. I'm a chemical engineer, so all this fluid mechanics is going on here.
It's like a job to now.
Some going on. Energize yourself. Slow down, lean forward, and lift up your heels now. Heels to the hips. Inhale, exhale from your nose. Activating your systems here. Lymphatic system. Heart is for the blood, so there's a pump. But for the lymphatic system, you have to induce it. Inhale and exhale. And then you inhale, exhale, maybe rest a little bit. Anytime we are bending forward is helpful, because it's going to drain all this lymph, what we call, it's going to drain towards the heart, and it's helpful for you. Also working on your inner joints here, or inner side, inner thigh area, a lot of glands. What I like about this one is also you're stretching your hamstrings. Going down Wake up for the poses. And up. So that's kind of a initial warm up that you do to raise your heartbeat, get your system going. And sometimes I also like to do, not a lot, but lie down, bring my heels close to my hips, and just come up and down. Just before I hit my shoulder blades, come up, 2 and 3, 4 and 5. And that's great. You know, if I have more time, I can do more. And just inhale and exhale. This one is really, I think, very powerful and really activates, loosens up your inner joints, your hip area, called butterfly. Butterfly. So you bring your feet together. Feet together, heels close to your perineum area, right there. And then you stretch. Push your knee down. Oh, that's nice. Energizing system. Now this one is really nice is when you forward bend slowly, and what's going to do is you're going to forward bend, you're going to activate all these lymph nodes and help your lower back. Oh, nice. Listen to your body. Don't want to do it the first day, do too much. Don't want to do that. 15 minutes, slow and steady. Key thing again is every day. If you do this thing every day, that's great. Come down and stay there, and then you can curve your neck slightly. Forehead touching the toes. Keep on pressing your thighs down. Opening up your hands and come up. This one is going to be the test. So next time when we meet in our reunion, try this. And what it is without using your hands, you got to get up. So cross your feet, shift your weight, and get up.
Oh my God.
Carry your weight, and that's at least my fitness plan is. As long as I can do that, I think I'm taking care of myself. Doesn't have to be too much. Doesn't have to be too little. Let's see what the time check is. 15 minutes. That's where we are. Few more things before I give it to Uttara is, you guys know Surya Namaskars. And Surya Namaskars, all the stretches in Surya Namaskars. I hope we had a little bit more time. We can go over the Surya Namaskars. All the stretches, and I'll just show you briefly, is back and down, and right leg, left leg, come down, come up, beautiful stretches, and forward. Activates a lot of your systems, physical, and then you start getting into your practice. Right leg forward called Asya Sanchalasana. Left called Padastasana. Oh, this is beautiful for your hamstrings, thighs, and your calf muscles, and blood circulating in your head region. Here we come up. Inhale. And back. You have more time, you can do 8, 9, 10, 12 rounds. So with this, after you're done with this thing, should be all warmed up. And let me pass it to Uttara. After you're done here, what we can do with pranayama. Okay?
Yeah, thank you, Sanjay.
Okay.
That was nice. Has energized the whole system. So, folks, this is for pranayama. So the first thing is the posture. You can already occupy that posture, or you can see. So, you have to sit like this. Preferably your feet should be together. If you're not able to put your feet together, it's all right. You can keep a little bit apart and then sit like this. Don't break your ankles and heels. So if you're not able to sit like this for too long, it's all right. Also, if you're not able to sit like this, you can sit in Padmasana. Sukhasana actually is better, in which your heel should come as close to your body as possible, and then you sit in this, or you can take it here, whatever is more comfortable for you. Like for me, this is more comfortable. If none of these is comfortable for you, you can sit on a chair as well. So before we start, let us say one prayer again, even though Rajiv has already said, but one prayer from my side. If you would you like to join, then I will wait for you to repeat after me. Otherwise, would you like to join? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So this prayer is Om Vishwani Deva Savitar Duritani Parasuva. Oh Lord, please remove everything which is bad from me, my ill health, my bad thoughts, whatever, remove everything from me. And Yad Bhadram Tanna Asuva, whatever is good, please bring into me. Okay, so very small, short prayer, but very nice. Om Vishwani Deva
Om Vishwani Deva
Savitar Duritani Parasuva
Savitar Duritani Parasuva
Yad Bhadram Tanna Asuva
Yad Bhadram Tanna Suva
Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
With every Shanti, you should feel your shoulders come down, your mind becoming more relaxed, your whole being becoming more relaxed. Okay, folks, so before I really get into pranayama, I would like to tell you some things about it. So we have pranayama is of course about improving the capacity of your lung. So our lungs hold around 6 liters of air, and under normal circumstances, the amount which moves is 500 ml. So you can imagine only around 8% of the air is being moved in the lungs. Now, when you do force deep inhalation, then you can increase this 500 ml to 3600 ml. That is 60%. And if you do a forceful exhalation, then you can increase your 500 ml to 2400. 2400, right? Yeah, 2400. So that is 40%. So 60% you can bring your inhalation, and exhalation can be made to 40%. This is with deep inhalation and with forceful exhalation. Now you may think that, okay, so I go for a jog, so I do this deep inhalation and forceful exhalation. So what is the big deal about pranayama? So the difference between your normal exercise, deep breathing or hard breathing, I should call it, and pranayama is the pranayama, you do it firstly in a restful state. So your body is actually not in need of that much oxygen. When you are exercising and you're breathing hard, that is because you need that oxygen, and so your body is demanding it. Here in this case, your body actually is at rest and is not demanding that much oxygen. So when you do this pranayama, you are actually increasing the capacity of your lungs and removing what is called as see, these words I am not very this thing is anatomical dead space. Okay, so there is 30% of your lungs, air in that part, in your alveoli and in the passageways, does not participate in the breathing at all, and it stays over there, and uh, the uh, the oxygen goes in via diffusion in that. So in pranayam, what we are able to do is we are able to change the air in even those deep centered passages. That is the whole idea. So pranayam in yoga is not seen as only lung movement. We know even in Western science that the diaphragm moves up when you exhale, and it comes down when you inhale, so that it increases the lung capacity and pulls more air in. Plus, your ribs move outwards when you inhale, and they sink down when you exhale. So this we call in yoga, this is stomach breathing, and one is chest breathing. There is one more type of breathing which yoga tells us, and that is called as clavicle breathing, in which neither your chest moves nor your stomach moves, and yet you can breathe. So I'll demonstrate to you a little bit. I hope you can see. So in stomach breathing, only the stomach should move. So only stomach is moving. In chest breathing, only your chest moves. See, this won't move. And when you do this clavicle breathing, then only this area should move. So these are the three areas. This clavicle breathing is not even recognized by Western science as of today, but actually that is the breathing which you do under most normal circumstances, and this lung movement actually comes in your heart, chest movement comes in your normal heart breathing, and hardly very little movement of the chest is there in your normal breathing. So this pranayam covers all three, and from my own experience, I can tell you that when I sit down for pranayam, I'll be breathing around half of what I breathe at the end of the session when I have finished the exercise. So this whole increase of the capacity increases your oxygen intake. I will not be teaching you Kapalbhati today because we are focusing on, I'm tending to take you towards what Samarth is going to take, that is meditation. So I will teach you some pranayamas which Patanjali has covered in Yoga Darshanam. There are 4 pranayamas which I will be covering. But what I was telling you was that in Kapalabhati, when you do, that is actually clearing, is your stomach pranayam, in which you clear, you move your diaphragm. Make sure that you move. With age, what happens is that our diaphragm also stops moving. So it's very important to do Kapalbhati. Plus, the bottom of the lungs, which actually where the air does not change, that is what is expelled out. So performing that is very important. And with Kapalbhati, it is my own experience. Patanjali has written in Yoga Darshanam that tatah kshiyate prakashavaranam. That means if you do pranayam, then the avaran on the light is lifted. And this is unbelievable, but I am giving you a first-hand account that if you do pranayam and if you are sitting outside and doing in particular, you will find that there is immense light in your eyes. I have still not understood. I have studied biology and I know some, I have some idea of what the whole structure is over there. You will sit with seeing the normal darkness which you see when your eyes are closed. But after you have done some amount of pranayam, it will light up inside. It will just light up and it will be as if you are sitting in the sun. And then you know that, yeah, you have been doing your pranayam properly. Of course, this will not happen immediately. You will have to practice pranayam continuously for a while. So this is what Patanjali has said. Manusmriti, Manu has said that this pranayam removes all the doshas of the indriyas, that is your senses. So all your senses become more focused, more powerful if you perform pranayam. So it is a very good practice. Please do it. Now we'll learn some 4 pranayamas which Patanjali has mentioned. So for that, as I told
Hey, Uttara, sorry, I know this is supposed to be a one-way session, but let me ask you a question for those of us, because we've been chatting on the side, that have terrible knees.
Mhm.
What you are just doing is physically, practically, I don't want to say impossible, but very harsh.
No, I told, see in the beginning only, this is the ideal posture because it keeps, it really releases your stomach. Okay. If this is not possible for you, you sit in Sukhasan, if possible. This is Sukhasan. So if you can sit in this will be good. If not, please sit on a chair. Make sure that your thighs are at 90 degrees to your top body, to your torso. Okay, so the idea is to make sure that your stomach is not cramped like this. Okay, because we have to increase the full lung capacity. We have to reach every portion of your lung. So therefore, just the idea is that you should release the tummy, and the diaphragm should be able to operate normally.
Okay, thanks.
Okay. So this, you will be doing more, I will be doing less. So the first part of the pranayam is called Bahya Vritti. So we push our air out and then we hold it. So the way you have to do is, I will show it to you once. Do normal breathing. Okay, don't do Kapalbhati kind of breathing. Just normal breath, but make sure that you remove everything as far as you can. Then we will hold it for 6 counts. Ekam, dve, trini, chatvari, panch, shat. I will do the counting. You have to hold. And then you inhale regularly back again. Don't do, that is not good. In pranayam, actually, you should not do like this. That is only in Kapalbhati you are allowed to do. Others are all without sound. You should not make any sound. It should be like this, like your normal. It should seem like normal breathing. There should be no jerk. There should be no stoppage anywhere. It should be a continuous flow. So, so then you breathe out. I will count for 6. Hold, breathe in, and then do normal 3 breaths again. I will tell you 1, 2, 3. Regularize your breathing. Then again exhale. I will tell you. Okay. So see once. Exhale. Hold. Ekam, dve, trini, chatvari, panch, shat. Inhale. 3 regular breaths. Ready? Okay, start. So, exhale. Hold. Ekam, dve, trini, chatvari, panch, shat. Inhale. Slowly. Inhale. Inhale. Normal breath. 1, 2, 3. Now exhale. Fully, fully, fully. Hold. Ekam, dve, trini, chatvari, panch, shat. Inhale. 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 Now regular breathing. Ekam, dve, trini. Now exhale. 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 Hold. Ekam, dve, trini, chatvari, panch, shat. Inhale. 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 Now regular breathing. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So now we'll do the next one. This was Bahya Vritti. Now we'll do Abhyantar Vritti. In this, we do the opposite. We take inside and hold. See, when you exhale, you should make sure you don't hold your breath for too long, because if your brain does not get oxygen for a very long time, then it can be a problem. So while inhaling and holding, you can hold for a longer time. However, since some of you may be doing for the first time, we'll hold only for 8 counts. Okay, so we will do like this. We inhale, then we hold for 8 counts. Ekam, Dve, Trini, Chatvari, Panch, Shat, Sapt, Asht, and then we exhale. Then again 3 regular breaths, and then repeat. So inhale, 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 hold. Ekam, Dve, Trini, Chatvari, Panch, Shat, Sapt, Asht. Exhale, exhale, exhale. Normal breath. Ekam, Dve, Trini. Now inhale. Full. Inhale, inhale, inhale. Hold. Ekam, Dve, Trini, Chatvari, Panch, Shat, Sapt, Asht. Exhale, 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 exhale. Regular breath. Ekam, Dve, Trini. Now again, inhale, 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 inhale. Full. Ekam, Dve, Trini, Chatvari, Panch, Shat, Sapt, Asht. Exhale, 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 exhale. Breathe on. Ekam, Dve, Trini. Can you see your mind now focusing? So actually pranayam automatically puts you in a meditative state, and if you can follow up pranayam with meditation, it is really good. You will immediately find that your mind has gone away from everything outside and is now sitting inside. Okay, folks. So the next one is where I will stop you in the middle of your breath. So this is called Bahyabhyantar Vritti. And here you will not know, I will just stop you. You will have to hold it for 4 counts. Okay. So you breathe normally. Don't have to breathe hard or anything. Just breathe normally. Now stop. Ekam, Dve, Trini, Chatvari. Continue. 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 Stop again. Ekam, Dve, Trini, Chatvari. Continue. This, when you do yourself, you must not know when you are going to stop. Okay. So it is as if suddenly you have to stop. You yourself must not know. That is when this will really work well. Now the other one is kind of again the opposite of this. In which,
Just time check, Uttara, time check. I think we will be running out. So we
Okay.
have.
all right.
Okay.
So I'll just explain this one. The next one is the one in which when you are breathing out, you stop yourself and start breathing in. Even when you are not finished your breathing out, you start breathing in. When you're breathing in, you stop yourself and start breathing out. So you do the opposite of what you're doing. Just make your breath absolutely random. Change it in between. Wherever you want. Where you have finished your breathing, continue to breathe in. When you finished your breathing out, continue to breathe out. And that is actually the most powerful pranayam for bringing your mental focus. Please do try it yourself. Samarth, up to you. Take
Okay.
it.
Thank you, Uttara. We're running a little late, so rather than talking about meditation, let's straight away start doing some meditation. It's a simple guided meditation that I'll be conducting. Simply listen to the instructions and just follow them very lightly. Just as if listening to the words is good enough. There's no need to, consciously do anything. Sirf sun lena hi kafi. ठीक है ना? Okay. Let's sit with eyes closed and our body relaxed. आंखें बंद कर लेते हैं, आराम से बैठ जाए. Let's take a deep breath in. एक लंबी गहरी सांस अंदर लें और धीरे धीरे सांस को बाहर छोड़ें. As slowly as possible. Just exhale as slowly as possible. Once again, let's take a very deep breath in and slowly exhale. As you exhale, relax your mind, relax your body. With every incoming breath, we receive energy, and every outgoing breath gives us relaxation. It's a constant process happening with us ever since we were born. Energy with every inhalation and deep rest with every exhalation. Let us become aware of all the noises in the environment, if any. अगर कोई आवाज हो रही है, तो just become aware of all the noises in the environment and accept all these noises. सभी आवाजों को स्वीकार कर लें. Now become aware of the body. Take your attention towards your right foot. दाहिने पांव की ओर ध्यान ले जाएं. दाहिना घुटना. Just listening to the words is good enough. Right thighs and right hips. The entire right leg. Take your attention towards your left foot, left knee, left thighs and hips, and the entire left leg. Become aware of your genitals, Jananang, abdomen, and the Nabhika portion, the navel, your navel and your abdomen area. Just see how your navel is moving around along with your breath. Chest area, छाती की ओर ध्यान ले जाएं. Shoulders, right arm, left arm, throat area, become aware of your cheeks, your lips, become aware of your eyes, eyebrows. Relax your eyebrows. Become aware of your forehead. Relax your forehead. Take your attention to the top of your head. सर की चोटी की ओर ध्यान ले जाएं. Our body is a very beautiful gift to us from nature. प्रकृति का प्रसाद है हमारा ये शरीर. Just honor and respect your own body. अपने ही शरीर को पूरा आदर और सम्मान. What a beautiful gift nature has bestowed upon us, our own body. Let's take a deep breath in. And slowly, as you exhale, Be grateful for this beautiful gift of the body nature has given us. Let's be thankful for this body that we have. Let's take a deep breath in and exhale. Slowly, let's become aware of our thoughts. अपने ही विचारों के प्रति सजग हो जाएं. जैसे भी विचार आ रहे हों, do not judge your own thoughts. चाहे अच्छे thoughts हों या चाहे बुरे thoughts हों, just let them be. इस वक्त हम सिर्फ अपने विचारों की दृष्टा है. जैसे आसमान में बादल आते हैं और चले जाते हैं, वैसे ही हमारे भीतर कुछ विचार उठते हैं और चले जाते हैं. दृष्टा भाव से, like a witness, you just observing your own thoughts with no judgment at all. In this moment, you are in harmony with your thoughts. इस पल में हम अपने विचारों के साथ तारतम्य में हैं. एक रस है, हार्मनी में. Let's take a deep breath in and slowly let go. Become aware of your sensations and feelings, if any. अगर कोई संवेदनाएं हैं, भावनाएं हैं, तो उनके प्रति सजग हो जाएं. Whether pleasant feelings or unpleasant feelings, just let them be. Don't try to change them. चाहे सुखद संवेदना हो या असुखद संवेदना हो, वो जैसी भी है उसको बदलने की कोशिश ना करें, वो स्वीकार कर ले. In this moment, you are in harmony with your feelings and sensations. Let's take a deep breath in and as slowly as possible, breathe out. You are love. You are bliss. You are peace. आप ही शांति हैं, आप ही प्रेम हैं, आप ही परमानंद है. You are bliss. You are peace. You are love yourself. Breathe in and very gently breathe out. Once again, breathe in feeling grateful for this breath, and breathe out. Once again, let's become aware of our sensations and feelings, if any. अगर कोई संवेदनाएं हैं, कोई भावनाएं हैं, उसके प्रति सजग हो जाएं. Breathe in and breathe out. Become aware of your thoughts, if any. Become aware of your body. शरीर के प्रति सजग हो जाए. Become aware of the environment and surroundings. परिसर के प्रति सजग हो जाए. लंबी गहरी सांस लें और जाने दें. Once again, let's take a deep breath in, joyful breath in. Breathe out. मुस्कुराते हुए एक और लंबी गहरी सांस अंदर और मुस्कुराते हुए सांस को बाहर जाने दें. और अपना समय लेते हुए जब भी आपकी इच्छा हो धीरे धीरे आंखों को खोल सकते हैं. Slowly and gradually, taking your own time. There's no hurry. Whenever you feel like it, gently we can open our eyes. The meditation we did right now, it's called the Panch Kosha meditation. There's a concept that हमारा शरीर 5 कोशों का बना हुआ है. तो अभी since we are a little late and the program at L7 has started already, so thank you for joining. And if Sanjay and Uttara would like to put in some closing thoughts, otherwise we can all move into L7 since the program has started there.
Only closing thought is find 15 minutes to 30 minutes every day, spread out. That's it for your fitness.
Sanjay, would you allow me a minute? केवल एक अक्सर सवाल आ जाता है कि what is the difference between exercise and yoga asana? और वो confusion में हल्का सा clear कर दूं. Exercise and gymnastics में there is a particular correct posture, but in case of yoga asana, it is individually suited to individuals. अभी अनुराग ने पूछा था कि मेरे पैर में दर्द हो रहा है, तो आप जहां तक कर सकते हैं, जैसा कर सकते हैं, ध्यान लगाने के लिए, प्राणायाम करने के लिए आपको किसी पर्टिकुलर पोस्चर में जाने की जरूरत नहीं है. जैसे भी हैं आप बस में बैठे हुए भी कर सकते हैं. केवल ये मेरा लास्ट थॉट है. थैंक यू.
One more instruction is there. Please do pranayam with your eyes closed. Never keep your eyes open. Only open. And before opening, please rub your palms like this and palm your eyes. And then only open. That's it.
So thank you folks. Thank you for being a part of this, and maybe we can always catch up one-to-one to further
Right.
we all of us will be really happy to contribute any way we can.
Right.
Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you, Samar.
Thank
Hey,
you.
wonderful.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you,
Thank you.
Samar.
Wonderful.
And Sanjay.
How was the meditation for you guys? Badhiya raha na? Good.
Yeah.
मजा आ गया, मजा आ गया.
बहुत
Good,
अच्छा.
good. Great. See you.
Thank you, guys.
So we see you in L7 now, guys.
Seven, yeah.
Bye.
Thanks,
Yes.
Uttara. Thank you.
Welcome. Thanks, everybody. Bye.